You know what really grinds my gears? Everyone relying on grace. Ugh, making excuses for sin. So many people are of the world, they don't even like God. They can't make changes to their life. All they're gonna say is, well, Christ died for me so I could do whatever I want, instead of giving up their flesh and obeying God like they're supposed to. Faith alone? If that wasn't a doctrine, the world would be a much better place if you ask me. Well then, can I ask you a question? What does save us? Well, if you truly understand the Lord and what He's done for you, you gotta at least put your mind on Him at all times. And of course, you gotta demonstrate your work to show Him you want to be in His kingdom. Well, how much work? I don't understand. Well, whatever you can, what do you do instead? Make excuses? There's many things you can do, but you can't just rely on Christ as your get-out-of-jail-free card for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you still have a lot of sins that you're too attached to. You make worldly excuses for it. I mean, that's kind of all people. We're all fallen. Oh, shut up. That's still an excuse. That's what people always say when they make the same sin over and over again. Wow, you must be perfect in that. I guess so. Okay, so how many times have you ran over the speed limit? Well, I oftenly do it. Okay, so how many times will you continue to run over the speed limit? Well, probably still a lot, but it's kind of hard not to, really. Oh, why's that? Well, I think the state can be kind of stupid. The roads don't feel like they're supposed to be driven on that slowly. Well, it doesn't matter what the roads are, that's still an act of disobedience, right? Well, yes. And are you gonna repent of that? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, I don't understand how I would be able to stop that. It's like how the world works. How the world works? Isn't that like a worldly excuse? No. Then why? Give me your reasons. Well, the cars behind me would get mad and constantly honk at me. Then just ignore them. Well, sometimes they all gotta hurry it up, you know? How many times were you behind a car that was going the exact speed limit and you were honking him to hurry it up? Well, I mean, well, I don't think the government cares that much. Like, they don't pull me over because I'm not like this speeder. How is that not similar to the evil servant that says, my lord delayeth his coming? Well, it's not a thing everyone should care about. If I care too much about it, it'll just make me anxious. So what you just kind of did is that you admitted that you need to rely on the grace of the government to help you drive. Well, yeah, I do have to rely on grace sometimes. To do what? To keep running over the speed limit like you just don't care? But that's just the government. What does that have to do with obeying God? Romans 13, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. Which means obey the government. But this is not serious damage. This isn't serious stuff like murder, drugs. When a brethren is angry without a cause, he committed murder. When he feels lustfully on another woman, he's committed adultery. When you go over the speed limit, you're disobedient in your own heart. Well, there's nowhere in the Bible where it talks about speed limits. That's an act of disobedience. You know what an act of disobedience is? Yes. Is disobedience any more or less when you disobey a government or when you disobey God? No. And what excuses do you make for it? Oh, I'm not comfortable driving slowly. The flesh. Don't make it drive slowly on the road. Well, how can I drive without speeding? Get up 2 hours early, get ready, and walk to work. But I would have to sleep less. Flesh needs to sleep for a few more hours. But why do I really need to do that with the flesh? Well, like Jesus said, cut off your arm so that you don't sin, right? Why don't you cut off your own tongue so you don't talk to me like that? Calm down. I didn't specifically tell you to cut off your own arm. I simply told you to get up early and walk. I can't wake up that early. Flesh. I usually stay up late at night to do some music. Flesh. I grow more tired
Fleshly
during the end of the night.
Worldly
What else
excuse.
do you want me to do? Why are you whining? Why don't you just pray to God to help you get better at these things? How much do you care about that sin, really? I guess not a lot, because that's not like a huge sin. I don't willfully do it, it's in my nature. Well, now here's my next question. Do you want to improve on all sins, repent of all sins, or only the sins that you can find or improve on? Does this all make me a weak and careless human being? Well, here's the good news. There's no one righteous. So here, it's a gift. Infinite salvation dollars. It's absolutely free and we can all have it. All we have to do is just ask for it.